One day you're fine, and the next, your brain is running a 24/7 highlight reel of someone who hasn't texted you back in 3 days. Someone who's made it pretty clear they're not interested, and yet, you can't stop. Here's what's wild. A study published in the Journal of Neurophysiology found that being rejected by a romantic interest activates the same brain regions as cocaine addiction. The same regions. You're not being dramatic. You're not weak. Your brain is literally treating this person like a drug, and every small sign of hope is a hit. But why? Why does the brain do this to us? And more importantly, is there a way out? That's exactly what we're going to unpack today. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will completely change how you see your own mind. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. The brain doesn't fall hardest for the people who treat us best. It falls hardest for the people who are inconsistent. And there's a name for this in psychology. It's called intermittent reinforcement. Here's the analogy. Imagine 2 slot machines. One pays out every single time you pull the lever. The other? Sometimes it pays. Sometimes it doesn't. Randomly, unpredictably. Which one do you think is more addictive? The unpredictable one. Every time. Behavioral psychologist B.F. Skinner demonstrated this decades ago, and casinos have been exploiting it ever since. Now here's the dark part. When someone gives you warmth, then pulls away, then comes back, then disappears again, your brain runs the exact same program. Each moment of attention becomes a jackpot, and you keep pulling the lever, hoping for another. This is not a character flaw. This is neuroscience. Now let's go deeper, because there's another layer most people never talk about. When we pursue someone unavailable, our brains release dopamine, the anticipation chemical, not the reward chemical, the anticipation chemical. This means your brain gets more activated by the chase than it would by actually having them. Think about that. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the possibility of them. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Research from neurologist Helen Fisher at Rutgers University showed that romantic rejection doesn't just activate reward circuits. It also activates the brain's pain centers. Literally. Social pain and physical pain share the same neural pathways. That ache in your chest? It's not metaphorical. It's neurological. So you're chasing a high, feeling real pain, and your brain keeps looping, searching for resolution that never comes. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, and this is the one that hits deepest. Psychologists call it the familiarity principle, combined with what's known as attachment patterning. If you grew up in an environment where love felt conditional, where affection had to be earned or came and went unpredictably, your nervous system learned to read that instability as normal, as love. So when someone safe and consistent shows up, they feel boring, flat, unexciting. But someone who keeps you guessing, that feels electric. Not because they're right for you, but because your nervous system recognizes the pattern. It feels like home, even when home was never truly safe. This is attachment theory at its core, originally developed by John Bowlby and later expanded by researchers like Bowlby Ainsworth. Your early relational experiences literally wire your brain to seek out specific emotional dynamics in adulthood. So, what do you do with all of this? First, name it. When you notice the obsessive loop starting, say it out loud. This is dopamine. This is my nervous system misfiring. Naming the process interrupts its automatic power. Second, understand that the intensity you feel is not proof of connection. It's proof of activation. There's a difference. Third, and this is the hardest one, recognize that healing happens when you let consistent, safe people feel worth your attention. When you actively retrain what exciting means to your nervous system, your brain got stuck because it was trying to protect you, using the only map it ever learned. The question now is, are you ready to draw a new one? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next briefing.